Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Halloween projector. Now this one is the Illusion Projection System by Gemmy. It's an LED Lightshow product that I got from the at-home store. This cost me about $40. It's $39.99 with tax. It was like $42.40. And I have to confess, I actually put this on my worst products list for the at-home store. If you look in my past videos, you can find that buried in there somewhere. But I thought we would see, is it actually going to stay on my worst product list, or is this going to redeem itself? Now, I wasn't very thrilled with this. Part of the problem with the at-home website is they don't give you any information. There's no videos. We don't know what it's going to be like. So what actually sold me on this product is this picture here. It's basically this giant skull projected on the wall of this person's house, or this advertiser's house, or whatever. And it looks really creepy and fun and cool. And what I did not realize from the website, because they don't explain it, is that according to the box, where does it say it here? Somewhere. It says, turn up the fright effect in a heartbeat with images that fade away and reappear. So this is a slide projector. From the website, we didn't know that it faded in and out. So I'm kind of curious to see how that looks, because I thought this skull looks pretty neat. And in the little insert here, you can see it kind of, they say it fades in and out, but it also looks like it sort of, there's like this smoky effect. So it kind of might cloud in and out, so to speak. So we're going to find out. But just to review the box here before we open it, it says we can project up to 15 feet. As I said before, it fades in and out. What does it say? Instant Halloween decor. It has 6 slides, which it swivels for perfect placement, indoor and outdoor use. This side of the box shows us the 6 slides, which we'll probably review here in a moment. But there's a skeleton, an eyeball, a skull, some sort of weird monster screaming, some sort of creepy man, and a jack-o'-lantern type face. It says ideal for parties, haunted houses, and events. Easy to set up. The projector comes with 6 slides to project visions of fright onto your home and other flat surfaces. Now, let's see, I think they said somewhere on here where it's ideal to put it on. Okay, it says here on the back. Exterior and interior walls, ceilings and living spaces, front doors and porches, and garage doors. They say flat surfaces, but this image that I said sort of sold me on the product. It's basically a wall with, a chair rail and some molding and so forth. So this is not a flat surface. And where I thought this might be kind of fun, if it really fades in and out, I thought it'd be nice for some of those big, large surfaces that are kind of focal point areas where you don't really have anything else to put on it. So let's just go ahead and open the box. Hopefully this will be a good solution for those kind of places. I'd actually anticipated either having it shine in and out on the ceiling of my dining room, or above the fireplace in my living room, which we don't really have. It's too light to test this there today, but maybe we'll find somewhere else inside a different fireplace, maybe in the library, that we can test this out on. So this is one of those stakes that they've started using that I really like. It can allow it to sit, or it folds up and you can stake it into the ground somehow. But let's see, how do we assemble this? Looks like it's going to pop in. We've got this lid piece. Now I'm going to kind of be gentle when I open this packaging, because the last LED Lightshow product that I bought from the at-home store I ended up returning. I did not like it. That was that thunder and lightning effect. The problem with that is there was just so much rotation of the lightning. It never stopped. It was actually quite annoying, and I did not like it. So hopefully this will be better. Now this is quite a massive projector here. So I am curious to see how it works. It looks like these are the slides. I was kind of hoping you might be able to manually or internally somehow with the projector select slides. But what have we got here? So they are just the little slides, which will, I assume, slide into this top thing. But anyway, here we go. I guess we can tighten this little knob here so that does not happen again. Let's go ahead and pop it open. So let's see here. We can aim it however we want, tighten this little knob. There we go, so we can project it inside it out. Now the one thing that I am seeing offhand that might be a problem is this is going to not be very discreet. So if you're going to use it indoors somewhere, as I'm planning to do, you know, you're going to have to definitely hide it behind something or around something. Otherwise, I mean, you wouldn't want this just sitting out. Maybe you would, I don't know. So let's see here. It looks like there is an unlock knob. So we're just going to twist this top piece off. It looks like the slide just slides right inside. Now I want to use that skull. That was the one that sold me on the product. And it doesn't slide in that way. Looks like you have to slide it in upside down, maybe? No. All right, so you're going to have to read the directions. No, we're not. All right, I figured out there's little, you probably cannot see it, tiny little like ridges. So this can only slide in one particular direction, which is that way. You can't slide it, oh, you can slide it in. Okay, you can't slide it in upside down. So the slides only go in one way, so that makes it easy. We're gonna slide it in. We are gonna put the lid back on top, lock it. There we go. The only other thing is to plug it in and give it a test. I don't see any sort of on and off or control mechanism. So, no. Doesn't look like there's going to be much control over the effect itself aside from turning it on and off, which you can only do by the plugging in of itself, which is a shame. It'd be nice if there was an on and off switch, but clearly we're not going to be able to control the fading effect. There's no sort of speed function. I don't know if it comes with any sort of sound. I'm kind of hoping not at this point, but we're not going to be able to control that either. So let's go find a dark room to plug this in, see how it works. All right, as you can see, it does fade in and out. Unfortunately, I kind of anticipated it would fade to dark completely and then, like, you know, brightness-wise fade in, but that's not what happens. It more just sort of blurs out of focus into that watery nothingness and then comes back into focus, which isn't bad. But the problem is we're about 15 feet away, which is about as far as you can get with this, and pointing it up toward the ceiling is about the only way I could get it to show in the picture here, because when I tried to, where I wanted to project it was over the fireplace, but the surface was just far too light. Fortunately, my ceiling here is painted a brown so you can see the image, but again, on a lighter surface in any sort of brightness, you are not going to be able to see the image very well. So let's go ahead and change out our skull, which is probably going to be my favorite, and see what the other ones look like. All right, so as I had said, it was this image on the box that sold me on the product. And there's no way you're going to be able to achieve this effect, because as you can see, this is a very well lit room and you can see this giant skull projected on the wall. There's no way that's going to happen in real life. For this to actually be effective, you're going to need a very dark room. It's very similar to that lightning bolt projector effect that we did last year. Be sure to check out that video if you haven't. But the only way we could really get that effect to work outside was when it was completely dark. And by that time, you know, the trick-or-treaters are probably going to be dwindling down. In fact, it's going to get lost. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. I probably will, only because I'm going to probably use it on an inside effect in a very low lit room, which is about the only way you're going to get this to work. Now, the other problem that I found with this is that this base, you know, as I was showing you in the video, it was projected up in the ceiling, and there's virtually no way, well, now it's kind of working, but the way I needed it to project, it just kept tilting backwards, because this thing is very top heavy and it's hard to get this base, you know, to not tip over. So, I mean, if you're going to do like this, which is probably how you should, I mean, you can only pretty much get it at a 45-degree angle. So that's going to limit your projection effects if you need it projected on a ceiling, like they suggest on the box. I'm not sure how realistic that's going to be, unless, again, you use the spike and, you know, spike it down into a flower pot or something. But I mean, you can make it work, but, you know, it's not designed that great. The other limitation, of course, as I pointed out, there's no on-off switch, which would be nice, but, you know, you could plug it into a timer if you were going to be using this over several days, so it'll turn on at the same time every day. That would be a nice effect. I think of the clips that we looked at, I mean, the skeleton was garbage. The witch might be okay in the right circumstance. The eyeball is kind of cheesy. I did kind of like the little jack-o'-lantern face. I mean, you could definitely project that on the right surface and make that look all right. The screaming sort of monster ghoul face, again, could be kind of creepy in the right situation. But my favorite is, of course, the skull. So hopefully I'll find a good use for that. Make sure you stay tuned to my videos later in the year as we start putting together my haunt and find a good use for this. But again, if you're looking for this, I got mine at the At-Home store. Be sure to check out my videos about the At-Home store and their walkthroughs if you're interested in seeing the other products that they offer, because I think they're a great store offering lots of early Halloween products. So that's it for today. Again, if you want to stay tuned for more DIYs and product reviews, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you then. Till then, take care and happy haunting.